Hi, my name is Dan Hammer, and today we're going to talk about the power of ORAC. Sounds like a good title for a science fiction movie. In fact, some people confuse ORAC with GORT. That's the robot from the 1951 film The Day the Earth Stood Still. Instead, ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorbance Capacity. It's the measure of the antioxidant value of a food like this apple to combat free radical damage. Every second, your body is being attacked by thousands of free radicals. And if these free radicals are left unchecked, then they will damage cells, leading to premature aging and degenerative diseases. Antioxidants protect our cells and body from these damaging free radicals. Here's an example. Maybe you did this in school. I took an apple and I cut it in half. As you can see, this half is beginning to look nasty with some brown spots, while this half looks pretty good. Same apple, same length of time sitting out exposed to air. What's the difference? The nasty apple is unprotected and left to free radical damage, whereas the good apple was coated with lemon juice that contains antioxidants which protect the apple from free radical damage. Well, this is what's going on inside your body all the time. It's why nutritionists want us to eat 5 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables every day to give our body the antioxidants needed to protect us from free radical damage. Well, I don't know about you, but most people that I know do not eat 5 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables per day. Either they don't like the taste, they don't want to spend time to go to the store and then have to prepare them at home. And let's be real. Fruits and vegetables, especially if you're going to get organic produce, it's not cheap. So there's a cost involved in staying healthy. Well, I want to show you how the power of ORAC can change all this. If you begin to think in terms of ORAC, then you can effectively fight free radical damage, do it inexpensively and conveniently. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment, but my twin brother, Professor Meganogan, he's going to show you this ORAC chart and explain what's going on. Hi, I'm Professor Meganogan, Dan's twin brother. You know, he asked me to show you this ORAC table, and currently the United States Department of Agriculture recommends a diet of fruits and vegetables that will allow you to get somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 ORAC units per day. That will give you maximum protection against free radical damage. You'll notice that on this chart, the fruits are on the left-hand side and the vegetables are on the right-hand side. The fruit with the highest ORAC value is this thing up here, the Brazilian acai berry, at over 18,000 ORAC units. The highest vegetable is kale at only 1,700 ORAC units. Big difference between the two. Now, I want to use this chart to illustrate a couple very important points. In fact, I'm going to illustrate four points. First, in general, fruits have higher ORAC values than what vegetables do. You know, if you use 900 as your cutoff point, you'll find that there are 10 fruits and only 5 vegetables. Second, the Brazilian acai berry from South America, well, you've heard a lot of people like Oprah and guests on her show tout how great that thing is as far as a superfood. Well, as you can see from its ORAC value, it really is a superfood. In fact, because it has such a large ORAC value, you only need a small amount. It's about 3 times what prunes are, and it's almost 10 times greater than kale. That's how powerful that Brazilian acai berry is. Now, third, in general, the deeper the pigment of the fruit or vegetable, the higher its ORAC value is going to be. And fourth, increasing your consumption of high ORAC value fruits and vegetables will allow you to reduce the number of servings that you need to eat on a daily basis. Pretty exciting when you get into ORAC. Now, this chart is an extremely powerful tool once you understand how to use it. I'm going to have Dan provide you with a link to download a PDF file of this chart. It's going to look a lot nicer than what you see in here. but he's going to do that for you. And right now we're going to throw it back to Dan, my twin brother. He's kind of stuffy. But anyways, we're going back to him, and he's going to show you how to actually put this into a very powerful tool that can protect you with over 4,000 ORAC units, and do it all in one serving! Thanks, Professor Meganoggin. Hey, I don't think I'm that boring.
Quick it at me, brother.
Yeah, I will later. Anyways, what we were talking about, these are the 14 apples. If I was going to get 3,000 ORAC units, I'd need to eat all 14 of these apples. Cost me $3.52. Maybe an apple a day is going to keep the doctor away, but I'll tell you, if I had to eat all 14 of these apples, I'd most likely spend my day sitting on the toilet. Here's an alternative. About 3/4 of a cup of frozen strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, 68 cents, 2,000 ORAC units. Or another alternative would be 1 ounce of Mystica. Mystica is a Brazilian acai product, base foundation, other concentrates and extracts from fruits that are high in antioxidant values. This 1 ounce is 2,000 ORAC units. Now, I'm going to show you how I take this and combine it into making what I call the ORAC shake. We'll have over 4,000 ORAC units, and you're going to actually see me make this right now. What I do is I put in a cup of skim milk. I use organic skim milk. I'm going to throw in 2 ice cubes because I like my shakes cold. I'm going to throw in my fruit. I'm going to throw in 1 scoop of my maximum protein for a good protein source. I'm going to throw in 1 scoop of NutriBurst, which is a high fiber vitamin nutrient. I'm going to throw in my 1 ounce of Mystica, and you'll have to excuse this, it's going to be kind of loud. I'll come back in about 30 seconds and let you know what this looks like. That is good. I never get tired of drinking this. I have one almost every day. It gives me 4,000 ORAC units. In fact, it actually gives me a mustache. It gives me 4,000 ORAC units. It gives me consistent energy over a long period of time. I usually make this around 7 o'clock in the morning. I usually will go 11, 11:30, sometimes 12 noon before I even begin to get hungry. Great tasting, fulfilling. I just love my ORAC shake, and we're actually going to do a video and give you the exact details on how the ORAC shake can be used, not just for an antioxidant program, but also that you can use this from a weight management standpoint. Until next time, may we both age youthfully.